Okay, so unfortunately, the first part of me recording this video, my volume was off. It wasn't muted, it just wasn't recording any volume. So I did already open the first two items I'm about to show you. So unfortunately, I was going to try and like fake it, but the channel's called Beyond Authentic. You nobody thinks authentically here. So I'm not going to go back and go, oh, I'm really shocked. But I'll talk about what the first two items were. So we've got a Magickal art print. This is the monthly manifestation print. And we've got this one here, and I'm not sure whether these are wands or whether these are staves. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I think that's a beautiful art print. It really is. It's looking almost grey on camera, but I've got to say in person, it actually looks quite purpley to me. Absolutely beautiful, really like it. Now we do get a monthly art print every month, as the sort of the name would suggest, really, a monthly art print. But this is our monthly manifestations print, and it says here, what are my goals this month? What practical steps can I take to reach these goals? And what magical steps can I take to reach these goals? And then it says here at the bottom, the seeds are planted, intentions are set, I command my desires be met. Now I must say, I'm a bit hit and miss with some of these, actually filling these out. But every month when I get this, it makes me want to do some more manifestation. And just up here, just above where the camera is, just here, I do actually have a few different sort of manifestation card type things. So I guess it's having an impact on me. But anyway, I think that's a really beautiful, beautiful print. And at some point, I might sort of cycle these through in my backdrop. I want to redo the backdrop a little bit, so they might have to get cycled through. Now the next item came in a box. It's called the Magickal wooden wand stand, and it says here, a beautifully designed and crafted stand to hold up to 3 magic wands. So I did open it. It came in 3 pieces. Oh, if I show you what it looks like, 2 end pieces and a flat base. Now I absolutely love this, absolutely love it. You had to just pop it together yourself. I do genuinely think this is one of my favorite items in a long time that we've had in a Witch Casket box, because this is my actual practicing wand. And it's one that belonged to my friend Willow, so hence the name. It's called the Willow wand. I'm not even sure what the wood is. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't willow. I don't know. If you've got any idea, let me know down in the comment section what this sort of bark could have been. But anyway, it's always going to be called the Willow wand, even if it's made from oak. It doesn't really matter. And I did also put my athame, which is also, it was made by a friend who's unfortunately long time passed away now, and he was a blacksmith. And as you can see here, look, it is the perfect piece to hold those items. It's stunning. I am absolutely over the moon, blown away with this. I didn't know I needed this until I unwrapped it. It's literally now, I just had these 2 pieces wrapped in a bit of, well, it's actually just here, wrapped in a bit of cloth on my radiator. That's where they've lived forever. And now this is going to replace it. Now there is another little piece here that you can just sort of slide in a 3rd wand or something. I don't think I'm going to do that, you know. I think because these are my 2 most heartfelt pieces in my magical tools or my magical collection, because they've got such importance and such deep meaning to me. I absolutely now love the fact I have not just a display stand, but a place of honor for them to be. And I am amazed that I haven't thought about doing this before. It's really just something I hadn't even occurred to me. I've seen similar things that people put katanas and swords and things on. Hadn't even occurred to me to have something to display my wands on. Obviously, not being a Potter fan, I know that there's similar things because they did, you know, recreations of the wands used in the movies or whatever. But not being into that, it just completely passed me by. So I love this. absolutely made up. It's going to sit just here, and then as my altar space does get reworked, it will be pride of place. For now though, it's just sitting right next to me, just on that. Right then, I had just opened this, which is the Magickal scroll. It's the Magickal energy scroll, and it says here, all energy is magical. Everything is made from energy. It runs through and around everything, and it is this energy that witches use in their magic to effect change. This energy can not only be used in magic spells, but also in everyday life. We attract the energy we put out, so if we give out loving energy or joyous energy, we will attract the same. So it pays to be mindful of our own energy. Now, it does go on. I haven't actually had a chance to look at it. It was at this point where I realised my sound wasn't working. So let me just see. Oh, it's got pieces on grounding and centering. Okie dokie. So that's fantastic. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah. Yep. No, that looks. So these are really nice pieces to put into a A4 Book of Shadows, something like that. I've got a couple actually. I'm going to rework one on the channel, so do keep an eye out. If you want to see what I do with them, do keep an eye out for that on the channel. It's something I think I'm going to use for this year to do a bit of a project over the summer and winter months to come. So then there's lots of other bits in here. I haven't looked at them, but I'm imagining this is, yes it is, it's an incense. I recognize it by the box shapes. It says, like the incense and affirm, magical energy rise in me, as I will it, so mote it be. Oh, it says it's an energizing blend of osmanthus and cedar, and it, you know, gives you all your, don't leave this in a room. You know, if you're lighting this, don't accidentally set fire to your house with it. Don't use it, you know, if you've just been sprayed with petrol. Don't use it somewhere where you've got an oxygen tank. If you're on a space station and you're running out of air, maybe don't light an incense, things like that. So then osmanthus, I just want to say Ozymandias, osmanthus. Okay, let's have a sniff, because I don't know what this is. So, oh, hang on. It's a really, do you know what? I'm actually going to, I'm not going to light one, but I'm going to open this up. I think this might be another time where the incense that comes in a box, I might actually end up using for an outdoor ritual. Let me just give this a proper... That's really interesting. Right, okay, let me describe. If for those of you that haven't got this box, or for yours, if they're waiting to arrive, it's like there's a floral element to it. It smells both floral and almost citrusy. There's something there. And also the cedar is giving it quite a, I want to say nutty, and I don't know if that makes any sense. It's very fresh. It's very, it puts me in mind of, now this might sound really strange, but it puts me in mind of having a really lovely, nice log cabin out in the pine and out in the woods somewhere, and having cleaned your kitchen floor in that wood cabin, right? So you're surrounded by all that woody, almost pine, that sort of smell, and that nature smell, but yet it smells very crisp. Early morning on a crisp autumn morning in that log cabin when you've just cleaned your floors. Don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but that is what it's giving me. I am going to keep that. Normally I dispose of the incenses. I pass them on to friends, or I put them on the website to sell on, or onto eBay or somewhere. But this is actually one that I've never smelt anything quite like that, and I actually really like it. And yay, an energizing blend. It does smell very yeah, early morning, crisp early morning. That's really nice, actually. I like that. I don't know if that description helped. Oh, we've got some aventurine. We've got a piece of peach aventurine. The more I learn about crystals, the more I realise that I know very little about crystals, if that makes sense. There's so many different varieties now that for years I thought I had quite a good understanding of crystals. But the more I get into it and the deeper I get into it again, the more that I learn that I've barely scratched the surface. And I used to be somebody who, you know, I thought I knew quite a bit about my crystals, but this is rather pretty. It matches the colour scheme, obviously. And it says a magical stone which can help to soothe anxiety and stress and boost confidence. Though calming, peach aventurine is believed to boost energy, making it a powerful aid to magical work. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. It almost sounds like it does a similar job to almost like a selenite or something to boost that energy. No, that's really cool. I like that. I like the little tumble stones we get. I'm getting quite a large selection of those now, quite a big collection. So yay, I do like that. We've got an enamel pin. We get one of these every month. I love their enamel pins. I'm not sure which way up this is supposed to go. Oh, there we go. Look, like that. So we've got crystals. I don't know how well that's... Oh, no, it's showing up quite nicely. Look. Crystals and some wispy wisps of, I'm guessing, magical energy. I've seen similar pins from them. But, you know, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. How do you depict magical energy on a sort of 2" by 1" or 3" by 1" enamel pin? You know what I mean? But that's very nice. I do like that. And I do wear lots. I mean, you know, I'm just sat here with the Scarlet Witch, next to me, because I do wear a lot of enamel pins these days. And I've got them on my handbag. I've got a complete little collection of them. So again, I like that a lot. Now, there's something here in a... Oh, there's a box there. I didn't realise that. There's something here in a little thingy. It says a magical energy charm bag. Oh, this must be our spell kit. Okay. We normally get it in a black sort of paper bag type thing, but this looks very interesting. Right, so make sure we've got everything for it. I do like their spell kits. I don't often do them. Let me know if you want to see me make up some of their spell kits. Actually, I like do them because I'm willing to do that. So it says here, a magical energy charm bag, an enchanting charm to raise your vibration and enhance your magical energy. Here's what it contains: allspice berries, nettle, fluorite chips, and a violet pouch. So we've got our lovely violet pouch. That's a beautiful pouch, actually. Almost feels like almost canvas thick cotton. That's really nice. It's not a cheap little one, this one. It's a really nice bag. We've got our fluorite chips. I love fluorite as a stone. I love the fact that it goes through the greens, almost sort of peridot in the form of green that it has, through mint, through to sort of white, and all the way through. Look, there we go. Look, all the way through almost selenite or quartz, all the way down to purpley amethysty type colours. Absolutely beautiful stone. I like fluorite a lot. Some of the jewellery that I wear most often, that you would have seen me wearing, my healing bracelets that I make, quite a few of those have got fluorite in. Absolutely love it. So then, Okay, no, that's actually really nice. It's a very simple charm bag to hold that magical energy and to carry it with you whilst you need that magical energy. So that might be really good if you were to... Oh, I like that candle on the back as well. Look at that. That might be really good if you wanted to use that energy for a specific thing. Sorry, what did we get? It was nettle and allspice berries. Let's have a little look. Do you know what I mean? If you wanted to imbue it with the energy of protection, for instance, that would be very good. Not a lot of smell coming from the allspice berries. I don't know what I was expecting. Excuse me. And then let's open up the nettle. This isn't going to smell of anything, is it? With it being dried nettle. No. No, I just smell the little paper envelope things. But that's cool. I don't really can see that in there. So there we go. I like a lot. And again, it will be one that I could actually see myself doing, which is good. I wonder why we got it in a little baggie rather than in a paper bag this time round. Not that I'm concerned about that. Right then, so there's a cloth thing, a box thing, and a little box thing. We'll have a look at this. Okay, Witch Casket. I see ya. We've got a magic wand, and it says here, use this exclusive guava wood wand to channel and direct energy and cast protective circles. This archetypal magical tool is inscribed with magical sigils which symbolize power and protection. Now, we have had, in the years that I've been subscribed, we've had at least 2 other wands from Witch Casket. So, you know, I have had a couple. I have passed them on to other people, but oh, this is actually really nice. Look how dark that wood is. This is right up my alleyway. Look at that. Oh, it's inscribed on all the sides as well. Look at that. That's really pretty. So we've got a pentacle, a rune. Oh, it's supposed to go that way up. Look, we've got a pentacle, a rune. Unfortunately, if you watch the channel a lot, you'll know I know very little about the runes. But we've got a rune, a star, another rune, a moon, another rune, another star, another rune, and some more stars. And that is, I believe that's going to be the same on every one. I believe this is fair. I'm probably murdering that pronunciation. But yes, I think isn't it the one for cattle or prosperity? That's really pretty though. As you can see, I don't know whether, let me just show you in that. There you are. Look, so you can see them. They're carved on every side. A very basic wand, but that is actually really, really pretty. Really nice. I might, oh, you see, I'm really drawn to it because it's so dark. I'm really, as a liminal witch, I don't mind people thinking, oh, he's a little bit dark. I really like that. I really do like that though. Oh, I might have to see if there's a way of attaching a crystal or something in the base, or maybe at the tip, just to give it a little bit of oomph. I like that. Okay. Again, it is a repeat item, but again, if you have been subscribed for less than a year, then I don't think you would have one. And actually, as somebody who's had their ones, this is one I will be keeping hold of, I think, because I do quite like that design. I really do. That's actually a really pretty design. So yay, I'm happy to have that. And of course it will go on our wand stand. You see, I see what you did there, Witch Casket. Right, so there's 2 items. I can see this says glass rainwater bowl. This is asking me to look at it. And it says here, collect rainwater for use in cleansing baths, to use for potions, to cleanse and anoint, to altar tools and candles, and of course, to represent the element of water on your table. Storm water, if you ever get a chance to put if you've got one of these, it would be ideal. If not, just an ordinary bowl or a jar outside during a storm. Stormwater specifically has a very, very, very useful and powerful magical energy to it. So I recommend doing that. Excuse me. It says rainwater is powerful for cleansing and purifying. It's also associated with intuition, fertility and healing. And it's a glass rainwater bowl. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, look. That's pretty. That's pretty. We've got the Witch Casket name on there. We can make that out. There you go. Look, you can just see it as I tilt that. And then we've got... Oh, look, it's clouds and the rain. That's really nice. Again, is it something I needed? No. We've had bowls and other items and scrying bowls. In fact, I've got one of their water bowls here, a ceramic one that, as you can see, it's got perfume and all sorts of other random bits and pieces in. Some other Witch Casket pins, actually. Look, just there. But yes, that's actually a really nice little glass bowl. You could also use it as an offering bowl if you wanted to invoke water spirits or things like that. That's really cool. I like that. Okay. Now, I did see on their email that this box has a value of over £100. And again, I can definitely see that this month. Very, very good value, especially when you consider that here in the UK, we pay £29 a month for this. In Europe, it's £34. And in the rest of the world, including the States, it's £36. And that does include postage. Again, how they do it for that price hasn't gone up since I've been subscribed. So how they manage to do that each month is beyond me, especially when we're getting such really good quality items. Okay, and then the last item we've got here is a meditation grounding mat. Okay. A focal point for your meditation and grounding. Use this beautiful mat as a place of peace and tranquility, a place to come to stand or sit when you need to ground yourself or meditate. We created this mat as a symbolic safe space for you to relax and tune into the universe. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. What shape is it? Oh, we've got it. So it's a round mat. We've got the Witch Casket logo here on the back side. Again, it's very thick. It's quite a... Is it double? I think it might actually be double, like 2 layers. Yes, it is 2 layers. And that is very cool. Hang on, I tell you what, if I swap the camera over, if I hold it up, which way would it be supposed to go? Which casket? There we go. So the logo is at the bottom on the other side, and that is what it looks like. That's really, really, really stunning. So we've got the tree there for grounding. We've got some celestial symbols. That's really cool. That is actually really, really, really nice. And it certainly looks like oak leaves. And oak leaf is a particular symbol that means a lot to me. That's really nice, you know. That is really, really nice. Do you know, we're in the process of sorting out our garden as well. And I can see myself on assuming that the solstices are dry. I can see myself using this as a centre point to do my solstice workings outside. That is beautiful, actually. That is really beautiful. I would say I'd sit and meditate and do yoga on it, but I don't. I only meditate at night when it helps me to sleep. It's when I go through my mindfulness practice, unless I'm suddenly, you know, incredibly anxious or something, and then I do mindfulness practice. But and I don't do yoga. Or maybe I should start doing yoga, but I don't do yoga currently. Now that is absolutely lovely. I absolutely, and of course it's black, you know, suits me down to the ground. The only thing it could have been better if it was black and purple, but it suits me down to the ground. I love that. That is absolutely lovely. Right, let's make sure, I'm sure I have got everything, but let's make sure in the little pamphlet that I've got everything, shall we? Oh, as you can see, we've got the engravings for the wand on here. So it says we've got the pentacle for protection, yeah, urus for strength and determination. Ah, you see, I thought this was the Feyru one, but it's actually Ansuz. I know my pronunciation is terrible, apologies. And it says, for communication, insight and vision. Dagaz, for clarity, truth and success. And Jira, or Yira, for manifestation, celebration and prosperity. So those are the symbols we've got on the wand. That is absolutely beautiful. And apparently guava wood is associated with purification, protection and grounding. That's really, there's a lot of care and attention gone into that. There really, really has. And it's another way the universe is telling me I need to look at runes. It really is. It really is. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing. So we've got absolutely everything in our box that we're supposed to have. I'm really going to struggle right now. Let me know your thoughts at home, because I am struggling to find a dud item. Now this is going to be controversial. I think my dud item this month will be the enamel pin. I know, I love them. I have lots of them. I have all of them. It's just purely and simply, we've had this, or a design very, very similar to this, a couple of times now. I wish that there was a little bit more colour in it, rather than just the black and sort of, I'm not even sure it was black and white, or there's a little bit of cream in there, but I wish there was a little bit more colour. I wish it was a little bit more vibrant. That's the only thing. I know, right? I'm not picking the incense. It was close. It was going to be the incense, because although I haven't lit it, it is really tickling the back of my throat. But of course, my star item, it could possibly have been the mat had the wand shelf stand thingy not been in here. But purely and simply because this now holds my two most sacred items in my Magickal collection, and this is now going to be where they live on a permanent basis. This has to be my star item. Absolutely astounding. Really, really, really amazingly beautiful piece. Very simple, but absolutely it holds them. It honors the two items and therefore the two people that are represented here. It holds them and honors them in such a way that already I'm thinking, why wasn't I having something like this in the past? Why were they just wrapped in a cloth, sat on the side? I mean, they were always treated reverentially, but they weren't quite given the star treatment that they deserve. So this gets my star item. I may well carve some sigils into the base myself. I may ask Rufus to pyrography some little bits in as well. I might paint it at some point. I've got no idea, but I might just varnish it actually and make it sort of really nice and shiny, but also to make it a little bit more long standing. Do you know what I mean? So it can last for decades, because this is truly, this has really hit an emotion at the moment. This is something I didn't know that these two items needed, and now I am kicking myself that I didn't have something like this for them in the past. So yay, well done Witch Casket. For £29, this is an amazing box. Amazing box. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you've been subscribed for a while, what do you think? If you are considering subscribing to Witch Casket, let me know down in the comments as well. Is this a box that will make you part with your £29? Because let's be honest, in this day and age, £29, while it might not be a lot to some, for others 30 quid's quite a bit of money. Do you know what I mean? When times are tough and friends are few, £30 is actually quite, or nearly £30, is quite a lot of money. So to spend it on a monthly box where you're not sure what you're going to get, and it's all a bit of a mystery, is a bit of a commitment, I've got to say. Even for myself, I have to think every month, you know, is this something I really want to continue with? But this is it surprises me every month what's in them. And this month, I've got to say, I am very, 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 very pleased and very touched in a way. And I know this isn't personal. I know that Deb and Ella weren't sat there thinking, oh, we've had a look at Lisa's videos and her wand and her Athame just sat on that side. I know what we can come up with. I know there wasn't that. It's just that synchronicity of the universe, that something that I needed to give honour to two friends that have passed, and the two tools that have come from them, was desperately needed. There you go. Wow, an emotional one today. Thank you so much to Deb and Ella and all the team at Witch Casket, and thank you for if you've made it through this far. If you would like to, please do give me one of those lovely thumbsy uppies. And as it says just here behind me, subscribe and then ding your bell and change your settings to all. That way YouTube should let you know whenever I upload a video or go live. I do tarot readings as long as my health is okay. I do tarot readings every Tuesday and Sunday evening here on YouTube at 7 p.m. UK time. I also have a membership here on the channel as well, and we do a members only stream, which is, as it says, only for our Crow Collective, our members, and that is at 6 o'clock Sunday evenings. And sometimes we'll throw in bonus ones as well. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on another one. And as we always say here, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.